How are we doing today? Good? Good? That's better, that's better. Really pleased to be here today. I think this has been a fantastic event. I am the Chief Data Officer for the LEGO Group, and I've spent a career working as a statistician and as a data scientist. Do we have any data scientists in the room? Yeah. I was a statistician. I changed my job title to data scientist when I realized that it's the thing you get if you Google sexiest job of the 21st century. Not a joke, this is front page of Google. I visited that this morning and I clicked on the link at the top just to remind the algorithm who's still in charge. This has been true for about 10 years. But there are rumors that there are other people who maybe think they should be getting the credit for this job. Do we have any data engineers in the room? Yeah, you never hear from them. They're just very, very quiet, doing the real work behind the scenes. And somebody on TikTok posted this, somebody called Mark Freeman. Maybe that's what's really going on. So I thought I'd better get a move on. If data engineers are in the ascendancy, I should bring engineers into the team as well. So I run a team of data scientists and data engineers for the LEGO Group. So I'm going to give you a lightning overview of some of the things that we're doing at the LEGO Group. Really about just trying to help a very old company adopt new technology. And by very old, I mean 90 years old. We were founded in 1932. It's our 90th birthday this year. This is our very first product, a wooden duck. We started off as a carpentry company. But in 1958, we got the patent for the brick that everybody is now familiar with. And these days, I'm based in London. This is the office that we work in. And we have an important mission, which is to inspire and develop the builders of tomorrow. So everything that we do at the LEGO Group has an educational component as well as a playful component. And you see that coming together in all of our products. So when people hear that I work at the LEGO Group, they often ask me whether we play with Lego bricks in our meetings, and the answer is, of course, yes. This is a team meeting that we had. But it was an important team meeting because it was about trying this product, which is our Braille bricks. Because if we're going to inspire and develop the builders of tomorrow, we need to be accessible to as many people as possible. So we're always trying to work out how we can be accessible to as many different audiences as possible. Now, the LEGO Group does everything related to our products. We start off with product design and product development, increasingly influenced by consumer insight. We manufacture our products. We ship them out to stores. We have our own retail outlets. We work with partners, Target, Walmart, Amazon, you name it. If there's a retailer, we're probably partnering with them. And we have a big social media marketing presence. We spend a lot of effort on engaging consumers. And every piece of activity here is consuming data or generating data. So when we think about data and AI, we're thinking data needs to be the new language for the LEGO Group. This is not a pet project for some technologists. We're trying to think about how we can transform the whole of the company to get better at using data. Which is why we sometimes present ourselves like this. Now, the reason for showing that is not to try to convince you to come and work for the Lego group, although you might want to. It's more to demonstrate that when we think about data and AI, we're trying to connect that to our physical products, our physical bricks. We see that everything that we do is anchored in the brick. But increasingly, consumers, whether that's children or adults, want digital experiences to supplement that. So when we think about how we create those experiences, we want everybody to be thinking about data, we want everybody to be thinking about AI. And it's actually part of our strategy. And if you've tried to get AI or data initiatives up to speed in an old company, it's pretty difficult to do unless it gets a lot of high profile at the top. So this is one of our strategic pillars. It's called Strength and Foundation. At the bottom it says, build data, analytics, and insights capabilities to make faster and better decisions. And we simplify that into two broad categories. We've got data intelligence and data science. Data intelligence is about human learning, using data to make better human decisions. This is kind of classic. KPIs, dashboards, putting facts on the table. Now, like many established companies, we're not always great at that, but we're getting better. Then on the right-hand side, we've got data science, which is machine learning, using algorithms to use huge volumes of data to extract patterns, make forecasts at scale. So when I set up the data office last year, we decided that on the first one, we were going to enable it. We're not about being a central function for everybody's decision-making, but we want to help everybody get better. But on the second one, on data science, we build. We have a center of excellence. We have machine learning experts, AI experts, data scientists, because it's a more specialist skill and we want to get really good at it. So the kind of things that we're doing in the data office, this is one of our factories. This is a factory in Billund in Denmark. I was there a couple of weeks ago. These are molding machines and counting machines. We've done this for about 50 years, but now every one of these machines is a connected device. We have temperature, humidity sensors. What we're experimenting with is the audio profile of these machines, because we know that our most experienced engineers can predict when a machine is going wrong by listening to it. Now, if we can scale up the collection of data on these machines, we can transport that intelligence across our whole estate of factories. We also do traditional things. This is a recommendation engine that we have on our website, lego.com. So if you're buying our products, we can make you better recommendations. You might think that this is a solved problem. There are many challenges with recommendation engines. In fact, this morning when I downloaded the Inspired Minds app, I got a recommendation that I should attend the cybersecurity in the metaverse session, which is happening right now over there. Now, I'm interested in cybersecurity in the metaverse, but I'm also constrained, and the app didn't know that. But some of the things that we are most interested in is using AI to protect our prime consumers who are children. This is an app that we have. It's called Lego Life. People can share the things that they're building with Lego bricks. We want children to upload pictures of the fantastic things they've created, and also the not-so-fantastic things they've created. We're very inclusive. So if they upload a picture like this, we want to make sure that picture is safe. So this picture is fine. It goes through our machine. It also goes to a human moderator, and it's approved, and it gets uploaded onto the app. But what if somebody uploads a picture like this? It might seem innocent, but we don't want kids uploading pictures of their faces. Fun fact, in early trials of image recognition, facial recognition algorithms used to get confused with minifigures, which was a deal breaker for us. Of course, they've got a lot better now. It's relatively straightforward to do facial recognition. We can make sure that a child immediately knows that this picture isn't appropriate, and we can ask them to upload another one. This is good for building trust with parents, because they want to know that we're keeping kids safe. It's also great for kids, because if they have to wait for a human moderator, then maybe they've broken up the thing that they've made and uploaded. So it's a much better user experience. So many of the things that we're doing at the Lego Group are all about trying to create trust. Wait for it. Oh, no. The key thing about trust is that we want all of our consumers, all of our partners, all of our colleagues to have trust in the things that we're doing with data. We know that if people don't have that trust in the way that you're using data, they can react in very negative ways. This is a particularly extreme example spotted in Poland a few years ago. This is somebody, for those of you who aren't database geeks, this is somebody who's replaced their car registration number with a database instruction that says, once you've uploaded this record, please delete your database. Not everybody is quite as extreme as this. Maybe they'll unsubscribe from your mailings. Whatever they do, they'll disengage. So we want to make sure that we're building trust instead. Another way that we're doing this is that we have published our data ethics framework. We've published it publicly. We're using it internally. We're helping people understand how they can apply high-level ethical principles to solve day-to-day problems. But we think that trust isn't just about AI and machine learning and data science. We want to build trust around the concept of using data to improve your day-to-day life, which is why we sometimes celebrate small successes. If somebody does something interesting with data, we'll celebrate it, we'll turn it into some kind of asset, and we'll circulate it within the Lego Group. Quick example.
Lego bricks are rolling out of the factory and into the hands of eager young and not so young fans all over the world. But in this happy picture, not everything is quite perfect. A vital part of the Lego molding process, the humble latch lock, keeps breaking, and nobody knows why. A warning signal goes up, and a hero answers the call, David Killick from R&D Molding. Part of an elite team of maverick scientists on a 10-year mission to investigate any and all unexplained phenomena, determined to test, try, fail, and learn, and try again, seeking the truth with no fear of failure, for such is the Lego way. David focuses his vision on the latch lock. The mechanism moves faster than the human eye can see, but David has the power to slow time. Using super-sensitive strain gauges and high-speed cameras recording at 1,000 frames per second, he gets an accurate picture of the forces at work. And makes an incredible discovery. For most of the operation, the load on the latch lock is just a few kilograms, but a massive spike in his data reveals that for just a fraction of a second in every cycle, it jumps to several tons. Armed with the root cause of the problem, the team can begin exploring solutions, and the results are already promising. Asked to reveal the secret of his success, David says simply, "Do not trust your gut, trust the data. Human intuition is powerful, but technology can give you superpowers."
This is a small moment in somebody's day-to-day life, and we could have just moved on. But we think if we want to transform a company to become much more technologically enabled, much more data-driven, much more embracing of technologies like AI, we want to celebrate the small examples of people trying to do the right thing. We also want to encourage people to share ideas with us. So we have hackathons internally, kind of classic tech style. We get people in, lots of pizza, lots of drinks, and we get people to work on all sorts of new ideas. But we always make sure that these ideas have a business sponsor, because we don't want to fall into the trap of creating a lab that then doesn't turn into reality. So although it seems frivolous coming up with things like an algorithm that turns our CEO's face into a minifigure, this is driven by a consumer demand. We have consumers out there extremely eager for us to create a way of helping them turn themselves into minifigures. So these are the kind of things that we're hacking. Increasingly also, we're trying to have hackathons to help us with some of our big targets that we set ourselves around sustainability. This is something that we crowdsourced with children. These are the building instructions for a better world. We asked some children to help us understand how they saw the problem of sustainability. But internally, we're thinking about packaging, reducing the air in our boxes. We're trying to think about eliminating single-use plastic, and we're trying to think about materials that we use. And behind the scenes, data and AI is driving the experimentation behind every part of that initiative. Now, behind the scenes, we have a lot of science going on, but we want to stay true to our brand values when we present ourselves to the external world. So when we talk about sustainability, we often talk like this.
Attention, plastic bottles. This prototype could be the shiny new you. Fed up of the side of the road, the bottom of the garden, being made a fool of on the internet? Well, as part of the LEGO Group's journey to make a positive impact on planet Earth, we invite you, Bottles, to join our first wave of prototype bricks made from plastic bottles. If you've ever dreamt of becoming a castle, a cat, iconic Lego brick, loved and reused by generation after generation, then this might be your chance to rebuild your life. Say goodbye to being blamed by a world that drunk you dry and threw you out. And hello to life as a prototype brick at our development lab in Denmark, where we're working to make all our bricks using recycled or renewable sources. Bottles, help us recycle plastic into play. Become a prototype brick today.
So we have a lot of science in the background, but we will always present ourselves in a creative, playful way, because that's the way that we want to inspire and develop the builders of tomorrow. That combination of seriousness, but also playfulness. So just to wrap it up there, I'll leave you with a couple of thoughts on that. One of the things that we are extremely proud of is our corporate reputation. This is RepTrack, it tracks corporate reputation. We are regularly in the top 10, often top 5 of reputable companies. But as we become more technologically enabled, we're also wanting to build our reputation in technical communities. We were delighted this year when we were voted the #1 place to work in Denmark, this is a Danish article, amongst software engineers. So we're embracing the physical heritage of the company and combining that with our awareness and our adoption of technology. So maybe, we will always want to inspire and develop the builders of tomorrow. Maybe someday we'll inspire and build the developers of tomorrow. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you.
Orlando, Machado, thank you so much. We do have to wrap up that session then. Our next speaker is waiting on the sidelines, but we really appreciated that. Great visuals. Fantastic stuff. I think you all enjoyed it too. Heard some chuckles.